Ever wondered how many injuries Stone Cold Steve Austin, the wrestling legend, sustained throughout his career? Welcome to the world of Stone Cold Steve Austin, a name that reverberates through the annals of wrestling history. This is the tale of a man whose charisma and raw talent captivated millions. A man whose influence on the sport is as indelible as the sound of shattering glass that signaled his arrival to the ring. Born Stephen James Anderson, the man we all know as Stone Cold Steve Austin made his wrestling debut in the late 80s, and quickly became a force to be reckoned with. His unique style, characterized by an unyielding intensity and a rebellious spirit, made him an instant hit among fans. Austin's wrestling career, however, wasn't just about championship belts and stardom. It was a journey marked by a series of physical injuries, each one threatening to end his career prematurely. Over the course of his illustrious career, Austin sustained a staggering number of injuries. From neck and knee injuries to a litany of concussions, the Texas Rattlesnake was no stranger to the harsh physical toll wrestling can take. Yet, in the face of adversity, Austin displayed a resilience that was nothing short of extraordinary. Despite these injuries, Austin's star continued to shine brightly. He became a symbol of resistance, a beacon for those who believed in defying the odds. His impact on the wrestling world was so profound that even today, years after his retirement, the echoes of his iconic catchphrase, "Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass," still resonate with wrestling fans around the globe. In the world of professional wrestling, Stone Cold Steve Austin stands as a testament to the human spirit's indomitable will. His story is a testament to the resilience and determination that defined his career, a career that, despite being punctuated by injury, never ceased to thrill and inspire. Now gear up as we delve into the timeline of Austin's injuries, revealing the grit and determination of this wrestling icon. The journey of Austin's injuries began in the early years of his career. But before we dive into his first major injury, it's worth noting that Steve Austin, even as a young wrestler, was known for his tenacity and competitive spirit. He was a force to be reckoned with, a rising star destined for greatness. The year was 1990, and Austin was stepping into the ring with seasoned wrestler Chris Adams. It was a match like any other, filled with the usual adrenaline and anticipation, but nobody could have predicted what was about to happen. During the bout, a move went terribly wrong. Austin suffered a devastating broken neck. The wrestling world held its collective breath as Austin lay motionless in the ring, his future hanging in the balance. The road to recovery was not an easy one. Austin faced a grueling rehabilitation process, filled with countless hours of physical therapy and painstaking exercises. He had to relearn basic movements, rebuilding the strength and agility that had once come so naturally. But Austin was not one to back down from a challenge. His determination and grit were as strong as ever, and he fought his way back to health with a ferocity that would become his trademark. Despite the setback, this injury did not halt Austin's career. Instead, it acted as a catalyst, propelling him forward. The incident left him with a new perspective on his career and life. It made him more determined to succeed, to prove to the world and to himself that he was not defined by this injury. Austin's return to the ring was triumphant. He was stronger, more focused, and more driven than ever before. His injury had not weakened him, it had made him stronger. It was a testament to his resilience, a quality that would become synonymous with his name in the wrestling world. But as Austin's star continued to rise, so too did the physical toll on his body. Little did Austin know, this was only the beginning of a series of injuries that would mark his path to stardom. Each battle in the ring was a battle against his own body, a fight to prove that he could overcome any obstacle thrown his way. Fast forward to 1997, and Austin finds himself facing a career-defining injury. It was during the heat of SummerSlam, a popular event in the wrestling world. Austin was pitted against Owen Hart, a match that would leave an indelible mark on his career. In a moment that would forever be etched in the annals of wrestling history, Austin broke his neck again. It was a terrifying incident, a result of a piledriver gone wrong. The severity of the injury was immediately apparent. Austin lay motionless in the ring, a stark image that left spectators and fellow wrestlers in a state of shock and worry. Yet, despite the intense pain and uncertainty, Austin showed an incredible display of grit and resilience. He even managed to finish the match, a testament to his indomitable spirit and unwavering dedication to the sport. However, the aftermath was far from easy. The broken neck meant a lengthy recovery period, which forced Austin to take a hiatus from wrestling. The effects of this injury were not only physical, it also had a profound impact on Austin's wrestling style. Prior to the injury, Austin was known for his high-flying, risk-taking maneuvers. But post-injury, he had to adapt. He evolved his style to a more grounded, brawling technique which, in turn, gave birth to the Stone Cold persona that we all know and love today. This transition wasn't easy, but Austin's resilience shone through. He embraced this new style and made it his own, proving that even the most devastating setbacks can be turned into opportunities for growth and reinvention. In the long run, the injury also changed how wrestling organizations perceived and handled such incidents. It prompted a closer look at the safety measures in place, leading to stricter rules and regulations to protect the wrestlers. This injury would become a defining moment in Austin's career, changing the trajectory of his wrestling journey. It was a testament to his indomitable spirit, his adaptability, and his unwavering dedication to the sport he loved. Despite the challenges, Stone Cold Steve Austin emerged stronger, forever changing the landscape of professional wrestling. While the neck injuries were the most severe, Austin also battled a series of knee injuries throughout his career. Stone Cold Steve Austin, despite his tough-as-nails persona, was no stranger to injuries. His knees in particular took a severe beating throughout his wrestling career. Now you might think that knee injuries are somewhat commonplace in wrestling, and you'd be right. But Austin's case was a bit different. His knee injuries weren't just occasional mishaps, they were a constant battle, a recurring antagonist in his wrestling narrative. The first of these injuries came early in his career, a torn ACL that required rigorous physical therapy. But Austin, with his unwavering determination, didn't let this setback slow him down. Instead, he adapted his wrestling style, relying more on his upper body strength and technical skills. Then came the meniscus injuries. Twice, Austin tore his meniscus, an injury that's as painful as it sounds. The meniscus, a piece of cartilage in the knee, acts as a shock absorber between the thigh and shin bones. When it tears, it can cause severe pain and instability. But again, Austin didn't back down. He underwent surgery, putting his trust in the hands of medical professionals and the power of modern medicine. Finally, there were the multiple instances of wear and tear damage. Years of high-impact wrestling took their toll on Austin's knees, leading to what's known as degenerative joint disease. This condition is characterized by the gradual loss of cartilage, leading to chronic pain and limited mobility. Austin, ever the fighter, underwent multiple arthroscopic surgeries to address this issue, all while continuing to perform in the ring. Austin's knee injuries significantly impacted his wrestling style. He had to adapt, to change, to evolve. He couldn't rely on high-risk, high-impact moves. Instead, he focused on his technical skills, his storytelling abilities, and his unparalleled charisma. Despite the pain and limitations, Austin continued to wrestle, proving his commitment to the sport. Stone Cold Steve Austin, ladies and gentlemen, a wrestler who truly lived the creed, no pain, no gain. In 2003, Austin's wrestling career came to a sudden halt due to a final devastating injury. The year was 2003, the wrestling world was about to experience a seismic shift. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the Rattlesnake, the man who had defied odds and battled through injuries, was about to face his most formidable opponent yet, a spinal disc injury. Austin's last injury was unlike any he had faced before. It wasn't a broken bone or a torn ligament, it was something much more insidious. A damaged spinal disc, the sort of injury that can change a person's life forever. It was the kind of injury that doesn't just end careers, but alters life trajectories. The damage was severe. It was a serious blow not just to Austin's wrestling career but to his overall health. The doctors gave their verdict. Wrestling was out of the question. The risk was too high, the damage too extensive. The Rattlesnake was grounded. When Austin announced his retirement, the outpouring of emotion from fans worldwide was palpable. This wasn't just about a wrestler hanging up his boots. This was about a man who had given his blood, sweat, and tears for the sport he loved, being forced to step away. The wrestling world was losing one of its brightest stars, a beacon of resilience and determination. The fans were heartbroken, but they also understood. They knew the toll wrestling had taken on Austin's body. They respected his decision, even if it meant losing one of their favorite performers. The applause was thunderous, the cheers bittersweet. Austin, ever the fighter, took it all in stride. He thanked his fans, his colleagues, everyone who had been part of his journey. His final bow was as graceful as it was poignant. It was the end of an era, the closing of a chapter in wrestling history. With this final injury, the wrestling world bid farewell to one of its greatest stars. Despite his retirement, Austin's influence in the wrestling world remains strong. Stone Cold Steve Austin may have retired from the ring, but he never really left the world of wrestling. A man of his stature, whose career was marked by triumphs and tribulations, couldn't simply disappear into the sunset. Austin's post-retirement activities have demonstrated his unwavering love for the sport. He launched The Steve Austin Show, a podcast where he shares his insights and experiences from his wrestling days, and interviews some of the biggest names in the industry. This platform has allowed him to remain connected with his fans and the wrestling community, showing them that there's life after wrestling, even after a string of injuries. His appearances at WWE events are always met with enthusiasm. It's as if he never left. Each time the sounds of shattered glass echo through the arena, signaling Austin's entrance, the crowd goes wild. His charisma and popularity are undiminished by time. His presence alone is a testament to his enduring influence. But perhaps his most important legacy lies in how his injuries have shaped the conversation around safety in wrestling. His career, marked by a series of debilitating injuries, serves as a stark reminder of the physical toll wrestling can take. The impact of his injuries has led to increased awareness about the risks involved and the importance of safety measures in the sport. In fact, many of today's upcoming wrestlers cite Austin as a source of inspiration, not just for his in-ring prowess, but also for his resilience in the face of adversity. They look up to him, understanding that injuries are part and parcel of the sport, but also that they don't define one's career or life after wrestling. Indeed, Austin's legacy, marked by his injuries, continues to shape the wrestling world. His story is one of courage, resilience, and passion, a story that continues to inspire the next generation of wrestlers, and that truly is the mark of a legend. So we've journeyed through the timeline of Stone Cold Steve Austin's injuries, a testament to his resilience and passion. In this saga of grit and determination, we've seen how Austin's early years were marked by a major injury, setting the stage for a career fraught with physical challenges. Yet, he persevered, his passion for wrestling undimmed, his spirit unbroken. His career-defining injury, a neck injury so severe that many would have hung up their boots, was just one of the many hurdles he faced. Rather than signaling an end, it spurred Austin on to greater heights, a testament to his indomitable will. And who can forget the series of knee injuries that plagued him, each one a setback, each one a challenge to be overcome. But overcome them he did, his determination unwavering, his commitment to wrestling unshakable. Then came the final injury and retirement, a moment of sadness undoubtedly, but also one of reflection and celebration. For even as his career in the ring came to a close, Austin's legacy was only beginning to take shape. In the aftermath, we've seen how his influence has endured, how it has shaped not just wrestling, but the lives of those who look up to him. His legacy is not just one of a wrestling legend, but a testament to the human spirit's capacity to endure, to rise above adversity, to keep going in the face of seemingly insurmountable odds. And so, as we close this chapter on Stone Cold Steve Austin's journey, let's remember the words of the man himself. "I've had my share of bumps and bruises, but I wouldn't have it any other way." Stone Cold Steve Austin, a wrestling legend, a survivor of numerous injuries, and an enduring influence on the wrestling world. Remember, it's not the injuries that define a wrestler, but their ability to rise above them. Until next time, keep wrestling with life's challenges, just like Austin.